Alright, so I recently got this book, Think Like a Pancreas, from my local library. And honestly, I've been reading it for the past week, and it has some really, really good points about diabetes and diabetes control and how to manage your diabetes better. So I thought I would share with you guys in a bunch of little videos some of the stuff I've learned from this book. And this book is written by Gary Chenier. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And yeah, so let's go. So this first video I'm making is gonna be about the immediate benefits of diabetes control. And so there is probably 10 or more benefits of diabetes control. And after I talk about each topic, I will make a separate video explaining more about each topic in general. So the first benefit is increased energy, and then more restful sleep, improved physical performance, brain power, appetite reduction, stable moods and emotions, fewer illnesses, faster healing, softer skin, healthier gums, personal safety, predictable periods, and cash in your pocket. Okay, so maybe I'll just talk about one of the topics now in this video, and then I will do separate videos for each of the topics. So, increased energy. So, if you take better care of your diabetes, you will have more energy to do stuff. I have noticed if I don't take care of my diabetes, I feel like shit. I have very low energy, I don't want to do anything. And yeah, so high glucose is a sign that you may not be getting enough fuel into your body cells to burn for energy. The fuel is just stuck in the bloodstream, kind of like gasoline trucks that drive around aimlessly instead of unloading at a local gas station. And this shortage of fuel is the body cell inside of the body cells causes sleepiness and sluggishness. And yeah, even if the glucose is only elevated temporarily, the lack of energy will be noticeable. As soon as the glucose level returns to normal, energy levels will improve. And yeah, so if you don't have good diabetes control, you're going to be tired all the time, pretty much. Okay, so that was it for the increased energy. I'll talk about more restful sleep in this video, too. And, okay, so I've noticed, too, if I have really high blood sugar, then I tend to drink a lot more water, and then I'm up, at least, 4 or 5 times a night or more having to go pee. It's horrible. And so it says, we all know how important a good night's sleep is for feeling good and being productive the next day. Sleep is necessary for allowing the brain to clear out the clutter from the previous day and prepare for new information and adventures. Getting sufficient sleep is also linked to the appetite control. Production of the hunger-controlling hormone leptin is diminished in people who are sleep deprived. I didn't know that. It may interest you to know that poor glucose control reduces the quality of sleep. If your glucose is high enough, especially above, in the States, 180 milligrams, or in Canada, 10 millimeters, you may wake up during the night to run to the bathroom. Happens to me all the time. This is caused by urine diuresis, which is difficulty urinating, and I'm so glad I learned that in medical school. When the glucose levels are elevated, the kidneys have a hard time keeping all that extra sugar in the bloodstream. As the bladder fills, the brain becomes stimulated to the point that we can't enter into the deep, restful stages of sleep. This is why we wake up to pee instead of wetting the bed. I didn't know that. Interesting. Spending more time in your target range is associated with more time spent in deep and restful, slow wave sleep in children and adults. So if the thought of a restful, uninterrupted night's sleep appeals to you, manage your glucose levels. So I think that will be it for what I'll talk about for this video. So I'll touch on the other topics in upcoming videos. And I just wanted to add that I have recently shared the link to my Patreon in my bio, and I would really appreciate it if you would support me by joining my Patreon. The lowest tier is $2, and every Patreon helps.